There is no way this is gonna work, is there? Oh, I think we have something. It looks like we might have it. No way. That's crazy talk. This actually working? Okay, first off, if you are under the age of 13 years old, please turn around. This is not meant for you. Unfortunately, that is just the current requirement for this new COPPA regulation going in. Let me actually switch to it. Now that we've determined that the stream is going to work in some fashion. So, I just read through this article, and this is what I'm basing my knowledge off of at this moment. This is the easiest to comprehend after all the different takes on this material that I've seen. But it was good to actually just take the time to read through and deciding if you're what makes content made for kids. For now, I'm basically deciding a wait and see approach. I'll immediately, come New Year's, make sure all of my content is either removed or at least privatized. So that way, there won't be any access to my videos. I'm a very small channel, and I really doubt that'll change anytime soon, but you never know. That's why I'm here, uploading content. Second thing I want to discuss is that I'm hoping to stream Stadia. That's the second big announcement. So, first things to note, the COPPA. God, what a great name. Okay, and YouTube. Is your content made for kids? I have no idea about the full ramifications, but I do understand this is going into law and that it needs to be taken seriously. But for now, it won't go into effect for another month, seeing that, it's not January 1st yet. But I will definitely need to make a decision by then on what to do. And like I said, the first good bit will be me basically pulling all of my content until I can see some first-hand examples what happens to the bigger YouTubes that will probably be more publicized. So go dark, go invisible, and just plan on, I may need to leave YouTube altogether. I honestly have no idea, but this was a huge announcement that, it seems freaking ridiculous. So, for the start, let's say my channels are not appropriate for anyone under the age of 13. Not that I do anything too nuts, it's just my channel isn't made for kids. That's how I view it. That's how the issue becomes. Children are not the primary audience, but the video is still directed to children based on the factors below. So what I see is whether the video includes songs, stories, poems for children. So basically, children's stories. If the video includes activities that appeal to children, so play acting, simple, I think is going to be the key word there, and how that's interpreted. Songs or games, or early education. This is not an early education channel for children, so whether the language of the video is intended for children to understand. Like baby talking? I honestly don't know what they mean by this. Is it if I speak clearly, am I speaking so that even a child can understand it? What the frick? Honestly, that sentence alone is very horrifying. Because that's the basic theme that everyone draws to, is what makes a content child, like child made for children. And that's going to be entirely up to the FTC to decide the guidelines for. Whether the video includes characters, celebrities, or toys that appeal to children, including animated characters or cartoon figures. Like, what the hell? That is so broad. Like, for instance, suppose a child likes whatever celebrities. Or, like, a child likes Wolverine. What the heck? Heck, I grew up watching Terminator 2, or like scary movies like Tremors and stuff. Are those, like, because I was interested in them as a kid, does that, like, what the heck? Including animated characters or cartoon figures. Whether the video includes child actors. Okay, so obviously no child actors, but I was just picturing Final Fantasy XIV where there's the Lullafell. Because they're basically the small race, would they be viewed as child models? I honestly have no idea. Whether children coincidentally watch your videos. That actual audience for the video. Does that make PewDiePie? Everyone jokes about him having a legion of 9-year-olds, right? But, it's not like he specifically sets out to appeal to children. He just makes his shit. Here's what makes me the most hopeful for this law. Subject matter of the video. Educational content for preschoolers. That makes it seem like a lot of this that says educational content. Where does it say early development? Child actors. Play acting, simple songs or games for or early education. There it is. Simple songs or games or early education. That's what makes me the most hopeful, honestly. Unfortunately, they immediately precede it by saying whether the video includes activities that appeal to children. That alone is damning for anything on YouTube. Because, like, children are interested in other people. That's crappy. But then they say, like, simple songs or games. So, like, are we talking like Candyland kind of stuff, or like Blue's Clues from back in the day? Play acting. God damn it! Again, any actor. Hey, Powermonger. Yeah, I have tried the Stadia just briefly. It's just going over the COPPA stuff and. Let's see if this works. Are we still live? It looks like it. Okay, I think we're still good. Going back to Stadia. It's looking for my connection. That does not seem like a good sign. So again, live streaming plus just, using the internet for a lot of huge bandwidth activities might be a bit much. So let's see what we get. My internet's just taking a beating right now, it seems like. Alright. But unfortunately, Stadia bit is still having some issues. 1 second, I'm going to bring up this, and I'm going to try and relaunch. Did I do that right? There we go. Okay. I'm going to try and relaunch Stadia and see if I can't get it back in. So give it just a second. While we exit out, re-pull up the Stadia, get it, Destiny 2 relaunching, and let's see if it was working now. It looks good. In order to play on Stadia, you do have to order it, and they should be able to eventually get everyone out codes. I was so pissed. Despite me pre-ordering it and such, and even receiving my Stadia controller yesterday, they didn't even get me my code out until when was it? It was like 4 p.m. this afternoon, this evening. Pretty crazy. Okay. Press A to play. Sure. But I think this might just work. We'll see once we get into the game, but I've just barely done any testing just to make sure that it works. But again, I'm expecting a lot of lag and latency, just because I'm doing this over Wi-Fi. So here are my two characters. I'm just gonna click one and log in. I don't want to have to wait for that preview to load. I'm guessing even Google has loading times.
Guardian? Eyes up, Guardian. Word. You're alive. You don't know how long I've been looking for you. I'm a ghost. Actually, now I'm your ghost, and you?
Oh.
Well, you've been dead a long time.
Some frames drop in.
So you're going to see a lot of things you won't understand. This is fallen territory. We aren't safe here. I have to get you to the city.
Okay.
Don't worry. I'm still with you. We need to move fast.
Alright, then let's move. This is looking beautiful, though. Alright, as far as how I'm set up, I'm doing this all on my PC. So I do have the... Oh, wow. Okay, it's working.
This place is an old cosmodrome. A Russian space
So I do have it set up with
It's quarantined now.
the Chromecast Ultra that they sent me for the living room TV, just to test that out as well. And that seemed to work out pretty well. So I made that first character testing that out, and now I just made the character customization. Sort of wanted to make sure I played through the starting campaign the whole way through at least. Although who knows as the game goes on. It is an MMO after all. Okay, got some booster to it. Can sort of fly around. We're playing as the Warlock, of course. But it's interesting to see how this actually goes. So I'm actually playing it over a Wi-Fi connection versus the Ethernet.
We have to
And I did,
without a weapon.
like there obviously is some loss deal where we have some screen tearing or what's it called? Where you can tell where like the frames are dropping. But it's playing pretty smooth, honestly. A few drops there as we were going up the stairs. It honestly felt smoother on the Chromecast Ultra.
Careful.
But again, that it could just be because I'm streaming now. And there's the dude up in the crawling through the vents.
It's a risk, but I'll get us more light. Hard military system. Check.
Yeah, so streaming with this, I'm noticing a lot more frame dropping. Oh shoot, he turned on the lights.
Not happy to see us. There's a rifle. Grab it.
Okay. But it is working pretty well. Again, we're losing some frames, so it's obviously not perfect. But I wonder how much of that is just me doing this over Wi-Fi, plus me trying to stream at the same time. But as far as latency for the actual gameplay, it's fairly smooth. Like, my controls don't feel janky to me that much. The real deal is the frame drops. Okay, it's a little bright right there.
Stay focused. If your tracker blinks, there's trouble nearby.
Okay, so I am noticing a few frame drops here and there, because, you know, playing through it on the, without streaming, it was a lot smoother. So, overall, there are quite a bit of frame drops. Again, Wi-Fi could play a huge impact on that. Streaming almost certainly plays a huge impact on it. What we got down here? One.
Speaking of pirates, there's a loot cache. Let's take what's inside.
Oh, what's going on? Sorry, I was slightly distracted trying to check chat. Alright, let's open up the loot. We've got our first gun given to us, or second gun. So it shoots fire damage and it's a shotgun type. Cool. You say it's streaming in 720p. I wonder if I don't know. I'll have to check it after a bit. And now though, it does seem to be working quite well. Or at least as well as could be hoped for, I guess. Yeah, I'm definitely noticing the lag now. Like my mouse just isn't turning towards this guy. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. And then I had to reload. And then frame drops, I end up running into the wall. Okay. So it does seem that I have quite a bit to work on going forward, but it also seems quite doable. Like, there may be like drop frames here and there, but I do have things that I can work on to figure out a better system. Either lowering the resolution for the stream, so the stream is in 720p, but the gameplay looks smoother. Just a host of tweaks like that that can be made to hopefully improve the stream quality. That looks like a grenade. Oh, I missed him. Okay, got him. Use super ability, huh? Let's do it.
Your light is strong, Guardian.
Yeah, so this would be a lot smoother without the stream, but overall it's fun. And it is sort of working. Plus I didn't have to download anything to, really get it going. I just signed on to the Stadia on the PC, and away we go. So, it's not... So, a lot could be done. Heck, imagine how much better this would be with just, like a straight-up recording computer, where I have two separate PCs. One, I could probably be playing this on a laptop, have perfectly smooth gameplay, and use my actual PC for just handling the streaming process. That would possibly fix a lot of my issues, especially since all the data wouldn't just be funneling through my one card that's, my one processor that's also having to handle running. I guess, you know what, I actually want to pause 1 second. I'm going to check out my PC performance. I should have a resource monitor up on one of these tabs. Yeah, I'm definitely going to rewatch this after. Okay, but where's the resource tab? Let me find that. I think it's this one. And... okay, so my CPU was working pretty hard. GPU's working pretty minimal. But my CPU is doing a lot of work right now. Could be for a number of reasons. Anyways, let's switch back to Stadia and get back into it. Ooh. Okay. Here we go. Looks like actual other people.
Heads up.
I wonder what my name tag looks like to them.
They came looking for a fight. Give them one.
Oh, that looks like a rocket. Dude, there's some serious screen shake going on here. Nice.
I'm scanning for
Was
nearby
not
ships.
expecting that to actually work. Wow, just targeting that little shark was a real pain. Do I get loot? Okay, so despite some serious latency issues I'm having.
We're doing great. Focus on the
Oh, what even killed me? Will someone revive me? Nope, we're all dead. Oh, the ship spawned on top of us. Abort, abort, abort. Let's see. We can do... I think that's a healing circle. Let's focus down on some of the drag. What's it doing? The question is, what am I doing? I'm kind of sitting duck up here. And what is going to take the most damage? Probably the gun. Apparently it didn't like that. Whoa! No, I don't think it did. As far as my internet speeds, generally it's like 150 up at, or 150 down, and something like 10 up, I want to say, as far as megabits. Okay, let's just go whacking in the leg real quick. Oh, did I just walk right in between a gunfight? Let's see if we can throw a grenade. By the way, I think we accomplished our objective.
A signal from an old jump ship. Let's track it down.
Alright, mission accomplished. Now we can sort of head on out of here.
Guardian, we have to go.
Shoot the yellow part where the engine is. Gotcha. I think I missed that a little bit too late, but
When we
I'll
get
have
the
to
city,
definitely keep a
you'll
look
start to understand why
look out. For me, it would look like Star Fox, where you shoot at the lights on the legs and the attachments.
Wait till you see it.
That guy's name is Shield. Do you think there's... I actually want to see... I'm not exactly sure how to pull up the Stadia console. Oh well. I was just thinking, okay, how do I actually check Stadia, like friends lists and stuff like that? And I'm honestly not sure. I don't want to just hold this. Oh gosh. Houston, we have a problem. My internet cut out. Okay, so I have no idea if the stream is still running. We were able to pull up our missing stream deal, but it looks like we're having some connection issues. In fact, it looks like, well, maybe not too many. I'm not sure what happened there, but it seems that Stadia totally lagged out on us. So currently, we have just a black screen. Um, as far as like it defaulted to the normal Chrome browser tab, whereas it was sort of doing a full screen mode. Alright, let's see what's going on. That wasn't very long at all, but it looks like YouTube is now having some serious buffering errors. I'm checking out OBS. OBS seems to be doing okay though. So hard to say what's really going on. But I think the stream is still up. So let's just see if we have a save point. See if we can't get back to this. I think before I try this again, I would definitely want to use a wired connection. Oh my gosh, am I still in the game? No way. Hang on. Let's see if my hotkey kicks in. Come on, do it. Back to it. There it is. Okay. So I just restarted Stadia on my browser, and it put me right back into the game. So apparently it saved enough of my current profile, or my current save state, to not just totally kick me offline. That could be really cool. It's by no means perfect, of course, but let's see if we can't work through these guys real quick. Where's the captain?
There we go. Let's take that ship.
God, I'm not the best of players in the best of times, but this is not the best of times. Overall, though, it is working quite well. I would say as long as you're not streaming, this would probably work a lot better. So I may consider the gameplay. Oh, we lost it. Guys, we lost it again. Okay, I think I'm going to call it here. What I may consider doing in the future is that if I just simply record the gameplay footage, I can always upload it to YouTube. Again, I'll be testing out different streaming with Stadia for the next month or so, trying to see what really works. Okay, so I think you're saying it gives me up to 15 minutes. That could be a huge relief for just, heck, even just taking a quick break, moving around the house and stuff. Like when you got stuff to do, it could be a really nice deal. Like moving from one room to another and then switching platforms. Um, let's just pull this up since I think we're going to call it for the stream here in a second. I will do some more testing. In fact, what I probably will do is right after this, I'm going to cut the stream and I think I'll instead try recording and then uploading the gameplay footage, since I think that'd be a much more representative of what your experience would be like playing Stadia. For instance, right now, what you just saw was me streaming it streaming, live streaming. So obviously it was sort of double dipping on the internet, and harder on the CPU and just generally harder on the system. Again, like I said, there are other options. For instance, if Stadia works as well as can be expected at handling all the gameplay elements, it might just work on a laptop and just playing Stadia on the laptop and then record, getting some sort of hardware capture device specifically for the CPU to capture whatever's videos out is going on through the laptop. Though again, that would probably decrease performance in some ways. But overall, pretty fun little test, and I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Until next time, stay healthy, my friends.